Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Well, right here I have 10 trim saw blades, and right here I have another 5. So if you've been cutting rocks for any amount of time, you know that regardless of kind of what you get and who you get it from, these lapidary saw blades, they can get pricey, you know. They're not all pricey, right? We're going to be testing one of the cheapos today to see how it stacks up. So right here I have some lapidary saw blades, the cheapest ones that I can find. These are from a company called Jingling. These are, well, they're trim saw blades made in China, and they are so cheap you can't buy one. You have to buy a 5-pack of them for 20 bucks. And that brings it down to $4 a blade. Typically, you can spend anywhere from $20 to, I think, $100 for a 6-inch trim saw blade, which that's a lot of money. How does a $4 blade stack up, though? I think the first thing, let's head over to the bench. We'll look at what came in the box. Then we're going to head up to the microscope, look at what they are, and we'll examine them in their fresh state. I got some cutting tests we're going to do. We'll see how these things stack up against some of the competitors. Well, when you buy these things on Amazon, they actually come in some pretty good packaging. I've bought in saw blades that definitely did not come in good packaging from domestic sources. So it's nice to see that they're packaged properly. I already opened it so I could give them an initial look, make sure they're all here, you know, and that's about all I've done. So we have our 5 blades here, and they do come in different thicknesses. I got the 0.5 millimeter, so it's it's a flexible blade, but not like floppy. You know, it's not going to be one of those ones that is like a loose noodle, and then you turn on your saw and the centrifugal force makes it rigid. We are directional here. Maybe you can see. Yeah, there we go. We're directional. And it appears to me that we have a notched rim, and then it looks like we have some other diamond right there. And that line going around is generally an indicator of being a tensioned blade. We'll find out. We'll find out. The real question, though, is can we get $4 worth of cutting value out of this? And is it still worth it to have what very likely could be just a disposable product? Let's head upstairs. We're going to look at the microscope and see how good these things are. So what you're looking at right now here is my Light softer. I thought we could look at this blade. We'll look at it live because that's fun, and then we'll see it together, you know, and maybe it'll impress us both. So here we are. I just got to find the edge. All right, there is our edge. You can see here, let me make this a little bit bigger for you. That would be our diamonds. Let's do a little correction here. I guess we are corrected enough. Boom, how's that? All right, let's see what we have going on here. Let's grab our measurement tool. We're looking at 80 power magnification here, so we can inspect some of these diamonds. Let's grab a line tool. Yeah, so we're about 1.5 millimeters of, well, I guess cutting space, cutting life on the notched, which that's interesting. And then it looks like we also have some diamonds here on the side. Let's see here. Let's see. Can we let's actually zoom out so we have a little bit bigger picture. I know this isn't really something I ever show. Kind of like my fine adjustments that I do to get these shots. I'll turn down the light because we're kind of blown out here. There we go. Look at this. We actually have a decent number of diamonds. We have a decent number of diamonds. Interesting. I feel like this is actually going to cut rather good. Let's take a still of this, and then we'll look at it on its edge. So I just added some Sharpie so that I can reline this up in the future. So when we take measurements and stuff and we do side-by-side comparison, we can see it the exact same position on the blade. All right, right here we can clearly see the edge. That's my Sharpie that I have marked there. I mean, this looks pretty good. Man, I was not... there we go. How about that? That's a pretty good shot right there. I was not actually expecting it to look as good as it does with the diamonds that it does. Interesting. Initial impression after looking at this thing under the microscope is that it looks good. I don't... I mean, I kind of want to... I don't know. In my mind, right? In my mind, I associate cheap things with being of lower quality. Maybe what actually is the case is all of those other blades that I have now are of equal quality to this, and they're just being marked up along the way. But that's just a theory right now. We haven't cut with it. So here's the test that we're going to run. We're going to start by cutting 4 little geodes. I mean, technically they're thunder eggs from the Dugway beds in Utah. These guys are little, but we're going to do that. I got 2 preforms here. Serpentine from different locations. Serpentine's not super hard, but it is somewhat tough stuff. And we'll do that. And then if that still is happening, if they're cutting just fine, I have this thicker slab of serpentine, and I'm just gonna slice the heck out of it. I'm gonna like cut. I mean, what is $4 of cutting worth, right? If you cut 4 little geodes and you cut out a couple of preforms and we ran it into the ground with something like this, is that worth it? How much of the blade are we going to lose, right? We know we have 1.5 millimeters of notched cutting surface. Be interesting to go back and we'll measure it afterwards. All right, let's fire up the tile saw. I almost said tile saw. Let's fire up the trim saw. Here's the little Dugway geodes that we just cut. It actually did quite well, especially for this one. That one was a little harder, it being solid, but overall, I think we're pretty good there. Let's cut these 2 out. Yeah, that cut pretty well. Definitely take that over to a wheel, knock those edges down, get down to the line. I'm going to probably draw some lines on this, and let's try to get 5 nice cuts out of this at least. So here's our cuts. I think they all came out looking pretty good, you know. Some nice little Dugway geodes. Hey, you know, they're not geodes, everybody. They have a rhyolite exterior. These are Dugway thunder eggs. But yeah, they came out looking nice. Cut out these guys. I could easily take that over to the wheel and just knock that down to that edge there, and then we sliced all of that. Let's take the saw blade off and head up and look at it under the microscope and see if there's any visible changes. So here we have the edge of the blade, and you can see right in the center here, that is the Sharpie mark. Here it is after. And then side by side, forgive some of the little blurriness that we have here. Up on the top is the after and the before. So we're a little off in the alignment. That'll happen when you're looking under a microscope trying to line stuff up perfectly. But you can see that, yeah, I mean, there's still plenty of life in this blade, and there's actually not a whole lot of change. Here is the side as we first saw it, and you know, with my big mark of the Sharpie, and you can see the diamonds here on the side and all of that. Here it is after. Very little difference. And then our before on the left and our after over here. Really very minor differences. The main difference being, well, we ripped off some Sharpie mark. But otherwise, I mean, it's in perfect condition. I mean, you know, all of the diamonds are still there. I've seen way worse blades than this. What can I say? I'm impressed by this, I guess. $4, you know, you get a 5-pack for $20. The person, I think the person that told me about these, they probably want to remain nameless, but you know who you are. Thank you so much for telling me about the $4 lapidary blades. Downside, okay? There is a little bit of a downside to this, and that is the rebranding of blades, which is something I've never talked about here on the channel, and it's something that I'm not going to give you all my secrets here because I want to be able to continue this. There is small manufacturer defects in blades, okay? These things are stamped out of a big sheet, you know, and I can see those machining marks, right? You might be surprised to hear that a lot of big manufacturers, I think they're using $4 blades. I think they're using $4 blades, basically, okay? And they paint them with their paint, they slap their logo on it, and off they go for 2, 3, 4, 5 times the price of the $4 blade. That's not the case for everybody. There are exceptions, of course, but I have certainly found the same stamp, die, mark on multiple blades from multiple manufacturers. So be mindful, be careful when making purchases, and more importantly, almost be mindful of that and all of the things that we've discussed here in reference to blades when making suggestions online. Okay. We have a whole playlist here. It's on, you can go to the main channel. I'll drop a link up there, down below, in all the places on blades. We've done a lot of exploration of lapidary blades, how to sharpen them, what works, what doesn't work, all that type of stuff, getting into some of the science of it, you know. You can't judge a blade by its price. So, interesting. You be the judge. Did we get $4 worth of cuts out of it? And we still have plenty of life left to go. Well, I will drop a link down below to these blades. Go check it out. It is an affiliate link. When you click that, I get like $0.015, and it helps me with with the channel. All right, everybody. Y'all take care. I hope you enjoyed this, and good luck cutting.